Breaking news. Zoo affected as Trump announces reciprocal tariffs. White House shares full list. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people of freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform. Do not forget to share this video to as many groups and platforms as possible. Before we go into the news in details, let us drop this video first.
Do you have a sense of how long Elon Musk's mission will last and when he will depart?
Well, Elon is fantastic, and I think it's, he's a patriot, and I think it's a shame what they're doing with his car company, and a great car. It's a great car, great product, and it tells you what a patriot he is. He's amazing. No, I mean, as long as he'd like, I like smart people, and he's a smart person. I also like him personally. When he endorsed me, that's when I really got to know him. I knew him a little bit before that, but not much, and then he endorsed me. And it was a very strong, embracing endorsement, as we all know. And I would say Elon will stay for a certain period of time, and then he's going to want to get back to his businesses full time. But he's done a fantastic job. We found hundreds of, think of it, just hundreds of, we found millions of dollars of fraud and abuse and waste, and they're still going. I mean, they're going strong. They found something today that's horrible. It's horrible. So what they found, well, you'll find out very soon. What they found is incredible, and I give him a lot of credit. He's got some very smart people with him.
Do you think he can finish?
They're working very closely with our secretaries and the people that are the heads of.
Do you think you would appoint him to another position once his 130 days?
Well, I think Elon's great, but he also has a company to run, or a number of companies to run. That he can do this, that he can find the time. He loves the country, that's why he does it. But we're in no rush. But there'll be a point at which time Elon's going to have to leave.
So are you going to auto company a specific date?
I would think a few months.
Even when Elon leaves and goes back to being CEO, will Doge stick around in some kind of capacity?
Yeah, it'll still Doge itself. Yeah. At some point, just so you understand, I don't want to get it wrong. I want Elon to stay as long as possible. Number one, I like him. Number two, he's doing a great job. Number three, he is a patriot. That's why he's doing this. And he's, it's very costly for him. But, so I want him to stay as long as possible. But there'll be a point where he's going to have to leave. And when he does, the secretaries will take totally over. And Doge will stay active. We have a lot of smart people. A lot of those people, I believe, are going to go into the agencies. And they'll work on it from the inside.
The news in detail. President Donald Trump on Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025, announced he was imposing reciprocal tariffs on dozens of nations, citing what he called years of unfair trade practices. News platform reports that President Trump announced in the Rose Garden that all foreign countries must face a baseline 10% tariff, but several nations are being hit with steeper tariffs on imports. Trump stated that those reciprocal tariffs will be calculated by combining the rate of tariffs and non-monetary barriers such as currency manipulation and then dividing that total in half. United States President Donald Trump has imposed tariffs of 50% on all imports from Lesotho. The imposition is the second highest rate of any country in the world after China. As reported by BBC, the tiny Southern African country has a large trade surplus with the United States, mostly from diamond and textile, including jeans. On Wednesday, April 2nd, Trump announced a minimum rate of 10% on all countries' imports to the United States, an additional reciprocal tariff for dozens of countries, including 20 in Africa, and Nigeria is among. The Hill also noted the development. Other African countries hit with extra tariff includes 47% of Madagascar, 40% of Mauritius, 37% for Botswana, and 30% for South Africa. The imposition of a 10% minimum baseline tariff on all imports into the United States affected the zoo, with the West African nation facing even higher rates. The reciprocal rate will become effective at 12 a.m. on Wednesday, April 9th. That is in addition to a baseline 10% tariff which goes into effect at 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, April 5. During Wednesday's announcement at the White House, Trump alleged that the United States had been taken advantage of by cheaters and had been pillaged by foreigners. Trump said, "Our taxpayers have been ripped off for more than 50 years, but it is not going to happen anymore." He added while holding up a chart using a list of countries that charge higher tariffs on United States goods, impose non-tariff barriers to United States trade, or have otherwise acted in ways United States officials feel undermine American economic goals. "Is our declaration of economic independence," he stated. The full list of reciprocal tariffs by country from Trump's Liberation Day chant can be seen also. Now, on other issues, trending and happening, today all over the world, including Biafra land, we'll be dropping a very important news from the DSS office as Nnamdi Kanu exposed saboteurs. And when we talk about saboteurs, we know who Nnamdi Kanu knows the people he's talking about, and one of those people are the Igbo elders and governors. Now let us hear the news from Nnamdi Kanu in detail.
Nnamdi Kanu speaks from DSS custody, says it's Biafra or nothing, warns the saboteurs. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 4th of April 2025, and I have a very important information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important, I can assure you, my people. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, has spoken once again from the DSS custody as he was paid a courtesy visit by some group of people known as Igbo Community Association. So without further ado, I would want us to read this very news in details and hear what Nnamdi Kanu has to say. And according to his statement, Nnamdi Kanu's statement, which I will be reading from 247U report, which also was posted on the official X account of Barrister Aloye Jimako, the special counsel to Nnamdi Kanu. The headline says, "I didn't commit any offense," Kanu maintains, as Igbo Community Association PG visits, calls for his release. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, has reiterated his innocence, stating that he has committed no offense, even as he expressed staunch faith in the judicial process to set him free. Kanu disclosed this during a solidarity visit to him on Wednesday by the President General of the Igbo Community Association in the Federal Capital Territory FCT, Engineer Ikenna Ellis Ezenekwe, at the Department of State Services DSS headquarters in Abuja. Engineer Ellis Ezenekwe, speaking shortly after the visit, described Kanu as looking healthy and jovial despite the prolonged detention. According to him, Kanu appeared relaxed and had even gained weight, which he noted as a positive sign. According to him, the IPOB leader, who was visibly pleased with the visit, conveyed his appreciation to the Igbo people in Abuja, thanking them for standing by him in these trying times. Now, I don't want to say any wrong words or bad words to this man, But these are the kinds of words we used to hear from the so-called legal locals, the likes of Ifajune Jofo and the man from Benin. I usually forget his name. So we don't want to hear this type of words at the moment. We all know how Nnamdi Kanu looks. We have seen him in recent times when he appeared in the court of the zoo. So what we want to be hearing, anybody who has opportunity to see Nnamdi Kanu, we want to be hearing some burning words that will make us hungry to do more. Those of us who are sitting at home here in Biafra land will be able to do more, to add more effort, more fire. Don't come to tell us how healthy he's looking, how pleased he is. He can never look healthy in the custody of DSS, in a solitary confinement. No. He can never look healthy or even though he's gaining weight because he lacks exercise. We know the condition of Nnamdi Kanu. We know even the tough condition that DSS has subjected him to. We know, whereby even other inmates cannot even, speak to Nnamdi Kanu, because if they do, they will be punished. So what are we talking about? Somebody that lacks exercise, of course, he's going to gain weight. So please, I don't want to talk too much about that. Anybody that has opportunity to visit Nnamdi Kanu must not come to the public to tell us how good he looks, because he can never look good in a solitary confinement. Please. After all, he has been wearing only one cloth for the past 4 years, going to 5 years now, and you want to tell us how good he looks. Now, he was happy for the visit and extended his gratitude to the Igbo community in Abuja. He said, "Tell our people, I am well. I am taking my drugs and I am good." You see, he said, "I am taking my drugs." So he's under medication. Nnamdi Kanu has been under medication for the past 4 years. And you are telling me that he's healthy? No. Now, he said, Chukwu Okike Abiama is on the throne. Very good. His spirits were high. The same was. He's in high spirits. He's in high spirit. I don't want to hear this, please. But let me continue. And he expressed his confidence in his legal team. Yes, of course. He strongly believes that the court will grant him freedom from the DSS holding cell by the end of April 2025. Engineer Ellis Ezenekwe recount. Okay, I love that spirit actually. Continuing, he said that during their interaction, Kanu bemoaned the current state of Igbo leadership, expressing frustration that no one seems to be championing the cause of Igbo in the Nigerian polity. He lamented that the plight of the Igbo people continues to worsen, especially in the current political climate, where he perceives a lack of vocal and decisive leadership from Igbo. Kanu also reiterated his call for a referendum, maintaining that his advocacy has always been peaceful and aimed at awakening the consciousness of Igbo. "I have not committed any offense. I only told our people to wake up from sleep," he insisted, reaffirming his commitment to a cause of self-determination through a non-violence means. Did you hear that? That means it is Biafra or nothing. It is Biafra or nothing. He is inside the DSS dungeon telling you that he reaffirms his commitment. He reaffirms his commitment. He reaffirms. I want you to sink deep down into your ear. He reaffirms his commitment to the cause of self-determination. Only that alone can tell you. That is the reason why Nnamdi Kanu can never be Omoyele Sowore. Nnamdi Kanu can never be others. When they say, they are holding him because he's an Igbo man, I tell you, no. It's not because he's an Igbo man, though it plays a crucial role, but it's not just that. Others that were released recently, who were also accused, by the zoo government with the same charges, have all been released. The likes of Sowore, the likes of Sunday Boho, and the Kautahore leader, Bodejo. It's not just because he's an Igbo man, no. It says he reaffirmed his commitment to the cause of self-determination, even though he is in the hands of the enemies. That is how you know a true leader, not just a true leader, but a man who is determined to make history. I am telling you, my people, if you are a Biafran and you have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you have Mazi Simon Ekpa, just be happy. Be happy and thank God, because we are going home. The IPOB leader further emphasized the need for the Igbo community to support their freedom fighters. So say to go, let me take that again. The IPOB leader further emphasized the need for the Igbo community to support their freedom fighters. Their freedom fighters. Their freedom fighters. If you know, you know. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is only one person. And if you want to use that same word on him, you call him a freedom fighter. But he said to support their freedom fighters. That means there are other people that he is talking about. Do you need more explanation? Let's continue. He said to support their freedom fighters, cautioning against the tendency to abandon those who fight for their cause. Did you get that? This is very simple and plain. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has sent message to the saboteurs, cautioning. It is very, very bold. Cautioning against the tendency to abandon those who fight for their cause. If you know you are still sitting at home till today, I want to go on Kanobi, hit your chest and call yourself a man. Hit your chest and call yourself a real woman, a real Igbo person. Hit your chest and call yourself, say, I am an Igbo man. Say, I am an Igbo woman. If you are still sitting at home till today, call yourself a fighter. That is the reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, don't abandon those who fight for your cause. If you are in Europe, America, or any other part of the world where you have the document that can take you to Finland on the 9th of the month of May for the protest of Mazi Simon Ekpa, don't hesitate to buy your ticket. Don't hesitate to prepare yourself. Don't hesitate to be there. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, don't abandon those who fight for your cause. Mazi Simon Ekpa is among those that fight for your cause. Don't abandon those that fight for your cause. Prepare yourself on the 9th of May. I want the Biafran people to show the entire world and the Finnish authority that what they accuse Mazi Simon Ekpa is false. Because if our people can troop into Finland en masse to protest, that means Mazi Simon Ekpa is an innocent man. He's not a terrorist. But when you arrest and imprison a terrorist or hold terrorists in captivity, I want to tell you that nobody will come to protest for him. And that is what the enemies want us to do. The enemies want us not to do anything for Mazi Simon Ekpa, so that the Finnish authority will say, you see, everybody has run away from you. That means you are actually a terrorist, because it's only a terrorist that will be arrested, imprisoned, or even kept in the custody without any genuine person speaking on his behalf. You understand? It is very simple. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, do not abandon those who fight for your freedom. And he continued. He drew a parallel with the fate of Rafo Wazirike, the founder of the movement of the actualization of sovereign state of Biafra Masov, who, according to Kanu, faced neglect. Faced neglect. Did you get that? According to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, faced neglect during his imprisonment in the Obasanjo era, leading to a perceived compromises. You see, I don't want to speak again. I am coming live this evening to analyze this properly, because these 10-minute recorded broadcast will not be enough to analyze this. So if you are listening to me right now, make sure you follow my live broadcast this evening. Thank you, my people. And make it go viral.